See, that's the problem. You think you own this furniture, you own this house, and what I'll tell you real quick, you don't. And we're fixing to go for a ride to the woods. You can go if you can wake up. Sit up there, take a little nap. You're fixing to be out there in that pen, that little pasture with Gidget, Mary Ann, and Ginger. You're not gonna like it, are you? Well, what about my chair, Papa? There's a chair out there, baby. And I'll tell them to let you have it, okay? Well, I'm letting the goats out today. Come on, goats, let's go, baby. Come on, people. I'll let them out in the back for a while. I got my rifle here. If we have any kind of issues back here. And I got my faithful partner right here. I'll use you for bait. Yeah, I got my little man over here. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go, people. Hey, baby. Hey, my baby. Sally got her foot hung in a fork of a bush and twisted her little ankle. It's not broke, but she's giving to it pretty good. It hurts. Not swollen a whole lot, a little bit. Right in that joint. They rear up on these bushes to eat, and their feet get hung in a fork, and they jump back, jerk, and everything else. And the next thing you know, they got a bunged up foot for a few days. Let's go. I'm gonna get them over here in the edge of these trees. Not right in here. Yeah, lots of new growth in here. All the little bright green leaves, fresh. Let's go. It's been cloudy all day today. We have not got no rain. It did get a little bit of a mist right before we broke camp at Camp Patty this morning after everybody had their breakfast, had their Easter egg hunt, had our Bible stories and stuff, and our prayer and everything, and just a few little old drops. And I thought, uh-oh, the weatherman was wrong. But it didn't never come down. It's just been cloudy today, but no rain. Okay, the goats are all gonna be okay here. We're gonna ease on down and check the back. I see Ivan over here. We'll come back in a few minutes. I was able to help Dan hook up the plow, and he's gonna do some work in his little goat playpen today, his play area. He's mounting a tire or something. He's telling me how he's gonna do it. That's going to be pretty deep. Little goats climb on a big tractor tire. We're going to head over here. They was talking about big trees today, and I was telling Dan, I said, old Twin Pines is the highest point back here. I said, they're not really twins, but that's what my dad called them, side by side. Not that big around as these other old big pines. This is the highest point back here on these back ridges. That'd be the last place right there around the root of those to go underwater. The last place. Dad called them Twin Pines. Them old timers, which I know a lot about it back here, them old timers knew everything about these woods, river bottoms and stuff. They lived back here almost. You know, they're back here every day, either hunting or doing crops or something, herding cattle or whatever. We're gonna head over to Camp Patty. today is herding goats, folks. It's called herding goats. They're working their way back here to me. I can see them up on the edge of the field. Everything's quiet back here. I got my rifle. Everything's calm. Ivan and them just left out of here, so we're gonna stop here at Camp Patty for a little while. Let the goats work their way down there to us. We had a great time here today. It was awesome. Everybody complimented on how nice it was here, how much they loved it. It made me feel good. Me and old Hattie discovered it. I mean, it's always been here. This just, you know, but it wasn't used for like what we used it for now. Because it needed to be cleaned up, and that's what we've done. I'll come down my truck tomorrow and pick up these chairs that I'm not going to leave in that table. I'm going to leave the two chairs cousin and I use, and that chair we got it belongs to Bree, and I'm going to leave the swing. The little orange chairs, which is not really that good. There's 5 of them. There's one over here. But they're good for this. And I'll take them back to the shop and the table too. Put them up out of the weather. Yeah, we had a great time here today, guys. Hey guys, this is Sunday afternoon, and I'm just sitting down here at Camp Patty, and I got my little girl here, and I got Woody. He's exploring. Come on. I don't know. No, we're not going to wrestle and stuff. You know, just be still. Sit down. Not going to turn your butt to the camera. Can't stand it when little goats want to show their little butts. Got a story for you. True story. You know, my cousin and I grew up together, and we're best friends. Always have been. But I had another cousin that was with me a lot also. His name was Roy Hodges. He was my dad's sister's boy, the youngest boy, same age I was. And my dad's sister was a nurse in Baytown. They lived in Baytown. And Roy's mom was a nurse, and his dad worked at the refinery where my dad works, Humble Oil, and that's called Exxon. But anyway, every summer, from the time Roy was little bitty, his mom would let him come to the farm almost all summer long. I mean, he would come and literally stay 2 or 3 weeks at a time and go home for overnight and come back. And little girl, stop climbing around on top of me. I can't stand that. And you know, summers, Roy was just part of the landscape. And cousin and I was together every day, all year round. Roy was a summer visitor. But we grew up together too, you know, same thing all summer long. And as we grew up, boys have dreams, or probably not with little, because we didn't think very far. As we got older, things we was going to do. And our plan was at some point, probably maybe a junior in high school maybe, we started thinking if we graduate, we'll join the Marines. We should graduate at the same time. We'll join the Marines. And we joined for 3 years. Back then, you could get 3 years. You could join for 3 years. We would graduate at 18 years old, join the Marines, 3 years. We'd come home, and we would just become highway patrolmen, you know, Department of Public Safety, state troopers. I don't guess we considered would they accept us or not. It was just what we're going to be. And we're going to be stationed together. We're going to work together. Oh, the dreams of youth, the dreams. So sure enough, I graduated, I'm 18, but Roy had some issues at school, teachers or whatever. Not that his grades were bad, but see, he just got mad and quit. And his mom, you'd think she'd have bowed up, but she didn't. She let him quit. And about midterm, I graduate and we get together, we go down to the recruiter. And recruiters, I don't know if they're the most honest person or not. One we had wasn't. He wasn't honest. And we told him we wanted to join on the buddy plan. We wanted to join for 3 years. And he painted a picture, guys, a beautiful picture of how we would just be going around the world, seeing all kinds of sights together. We would serve our time together. You know, and we'd come back home after our Marine Corps hitch and we'd be able to talk about things we saw, you know, and be able to relate because we was both there or stationed together. The buddy system was the way to go. But then, there's always that but. A but showed up. Well, the problem, gentlemen, and he was very nice guy. Being I had graduated, I could go for 3. But Roy, being he didn't graduate, would have to sign for 4. And doing that would knock us out of the buddy plan. Roy looked at me with that little hurt feeling. Yeah. And I look at him and I think, well, you know, and I clarified. I said, but if we both join for 4, we can still get the buddy. Oh yeah, not a problem. Okay. So I said, okay. I told him. I said out loud, and these words always haunted me. What's another year? Well, I can tell you, it's 365 wake-ups. If you want to sleep at night. Yeah, 365. 24 hours in each one of them wake-ups. 60 minutes each one of them hours. I'm not even going to go into detail about how many seconds that is in a day. I'm not even going to try. I can figure it up, but I ain't going to do it. Why? It ain't going to change nothing. I found out what another year was. So anyway, we was happy. We left there. Woo, yeah, buddy plan. Here we are. We had it going. We'd go see the world. Be able to come back home after our service and say, you know, Roy went here. We saw that. We saw this. We would have kids and family. We'd say, we saw this. We saw that together. Well, we raised our right hands, we swore in, we signed our name on the dotted lines. We was told when to show up at the airport for our trip to San Diego. That's where we're gonna go to boot camp. Well, guys, let me tell you something. That man told a big field there was no such thing as a buddy plan for us. Yeah, I don't think there ever was a plan. We showed up at the airport. I never flew on a plane. I saw something come across the sky a few times, but they're way up there, you know. Excited, you know, we're gonna get on that plane. We're gonna fly to San Diego. We're gonna show them something. Yeah. Well, we got there, and the old plane, and I'm not going to say the airlines it was, but I think they was fixed to retire this plane. Or maybe they brought it out of retirement just for this one trip. I don't know, but it's one of what they call the old prop jet, had the propellers on them. Now, this is 1964. Well, we get on there. You know, you already got a little lump in your throat because your parents are standing back there on the, back then you walked out across the tarmac and went up the stairs, And we could look back and see them in the windows waving, Mom's crying and stuff, and so you get this lump in your throat. Be okay. We're together, we'll be okay. That one old propeller go pop, 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 pop. Blowed a big old cloud of smoke. You couldn't see the airport. And finally it got going. All right, and no plane is, shivering, shaking. Well, on the other wing over here, this other old pop, 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 pop. It blowing smoke. I think flames and everything else. That finally fired up. And now it's really shaking. It's shaking good. Well, we don't know. We've never been on a plane. Is that normal? But I noticed there were some other folks who look like they may have been frequent flyers. Just kind of looking around. And sure enough, the other two engines cranked up, and one got going. I think the third one they cranked it got going good for a while. Then all of a sudden it just quit. Had to redo it. All right, hang on, guys. I'm fixing to be overrun. And when they leave, I go get my lap now, right now. It's okay, Woody. Don't be mean to her. Hey, baby. Hey, sweet girl. Oh, goodness. Here we go. When they leave, we'll get back to our story. You can't tell a story with this going on. And there comes Ivy, bringing up the rear. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to my story. We got to San Diego several hours later. It was dark. You got to remember, we got up that morning, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, something like that, get all of our stuff ready to go. Here we've been up, a good 12 hours time we get to San Diego. Okay, that's not a big deal. We come off the plane, walk across the tarmac, and we go inside, and there's this real nice Navy chief. Real nice guy. No, I'm serious. No, ma'am. I don't want none. Go away, please. Just go away. No, Miracle. Serious. I'm serious. You can't relax down here in these woods without people like that. Just go on, baby. Seriously, just go away. Go with Ivy somewhere. You and Ivy just keep going. Just keep traveling. What are you gonna get you? What are you trying to bite her? Anyway, he's a real nice guy. He said, "Come on, hey, yeah, all you guys that join the Navy, y'all just line up over here beside me, and you boys that join the Marines, y'all just go out there and wait on the street corner. There'll be a gentleman to come by here," and he said it real loosely, "gentleman, pick you all up in just a few minutes. Just wait there, brother, on the corner there." So we go out. I think there's 6 or 7 of us. We stand out there on the street corner, talking, getting acquainted with each other. Let me see this little truck coming. And it's coming down the freeway. It's flying. It's flying. It's just swerving in and out of traffic. It's a little green truck with a little canvas camper on it. And these Navy guys go down and get on a nice little bus, and they drive off. Little bus parked right there at the curb. This guy comes up, he swerves around traffic. He's passing people in a fast lane. Highway 101, it's a busy highway. He makes a big U-turn in the middle of that highway. He's skidding, people are sliding everywhere, and he skids up and slides up to a stop right in front of us. Well, folks, I'm gonna tell you right now, I had never heard. Now, I was 18 years old. I was worldly. I'd been around. the block a few times. I dated. I knew things. It wasn't, But this guy had a vocabulary that I'd never heard. He had words I'd never heard. I mean, words that just, as much as I'd seen and done, I'd never heard these kind of words. Didn't know what some of them meant. And he's telling us in this fashion that he had that we're all to get in the back of that little camper. There's 2 benches in there, one on each side. There's no end to it. There's no tailgate or anything like that. It's just open. Sit on them benches. And all he wanted to see was elbows. I won't say it. A-hoes. He said the word. In that truck. That's all he wanted to see. We got in there. But he grabs this one boy who's kind of slow getting in and said, you get the front. You get the front with me. Oh. Well, it just so happened Roy is sitting across from me, and we're right where we can see down in that little window into the cab. And we take off. And I don't know what kept him benches from sliding out the doorway he took off. He skidded. He took off. He left rubber. Maybe they both down, I hope. He swerved around traffic, and he finally come to this place. But right before he got there, this boy in the front made this mistake. He said something to him. I think maybe like, what's the weather like? Or, I like San Diego. Or, who knows? But it was on. It was on in that front seat. Yeah, it was on. And I ain't gonna say what I saw. Why? I'm trying to tell a story, son. And it was on. Well, I looked at Roy, and Roy was looking at me, and it's fear, but he's grinning, because when Roy gets scared of what he'd always grin. And if Roy grinned, I would grin or laugh, because he just looked comical when he grins. So whatever he said, he shouldn't have said it. Sure enough, we slide up this little, we go through the gate. Stop, boys and girls, y'all stop. Hey, you go on. I'm serious. Just go on. I've been over here trying to pick on Woody and little Bootsy. And he said, all I want to see is them elbows, and you know what? And getting out of that truck, and I want you standing on the yellow feet. They had these little yellow, they're like footprints on the shoes, not toes at all, just shoes on the sidewalk there. We hopped out, we lined up on our feet on the thing. And he starts telling us about more words that he knows. And he knows a lot more words. Now, he takes us inside, and this is where it really gets scary. It gets scary. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get haircuts. And everybody had different kinds of hairstyles, just different kinds. Some guys had short hair. Takes us there's about 4 or 5 barbers in here, and these guys are all just laughing and cutting up. They know what they're fixing to do to us. And everybody takes a seat. And I remember Roy sitting in the seat next to me, and I'm sitting there scared. The guy was, all your hair is gone. And Roy's got long hair. Well, I say long, it's just kind of long. Not like a hippie long, but long, and it's kind of oily looking. And Roy says, because he had a wart back on the back of his head, had it all his life. And that's why he wore his hair long, you couldn't see it. I got a wart. Not no more. He kept on cutting. It was gone. That wart was gone. It bled some. That wart never come back. Never did. All Roy had to do back years ago was go to that barber and say, take that wart off. He took it off. Not no more. Then it gets more scarier. We go from there, We go down this long line to get what they call the bucket issue. It's bar soap and razors and Barbasol, I think, shaving cream, and I don't know what all the stuff we got. A towel and a washcloth and a hat that didn't fit. It pulled it down on your head like this, but it's way too big. Didn't even fit. The hat didn't fit. Yellow sweatshirt, green trousers, a belt, socks, and combat boots. It didn't matter if it didn't fit. That's what you got. So we go on out. We got to take off our old civilian clothes, take a shower, then get dressed our new uniforms. This shower was built for probably 10 people. I think it's probably about maybe 10 shower heads in there. But at that time, there's more people coming in from different places. Some come in by bus, some come in by, flew in too, I guess, wherever. I don't know where that all comes from. It's coming in, quite a few. They packed about 50 or 60 of us in that little shower, built for 10. And said, take showers. And there's hot water, steam blowing everywhere, and we trying to soap down, and Roy trying to get that blood off his head. and we're doing pretty good, though. I mean, you're packed pretty close. You people, you get to really know people. They're up close to you. You don't want to know them, but you get up close. But then, the worst thing happens. He says, down into push-up positions. Down, down, down. So we're all down. Now you got bodies hanging across you. And he thinks, oh, you try to close your eyes, make sure you ain't looking. And there's these things hanging all around you. People doing push-ups. Oh, Lord. That went on for a little bit. But that was our first night. And I'll tell you this, we were up all night long, doing stuff like that. We had to mop the floors. We had to buff the floors, wax them, buff them. We had to shine all the brass that was in receiving barracks. You could eat off that floor we got through. You could literally eat off that floor. And by that time, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and revelry's going. So now we've been up 24 hours and we have not slept a wink. And they march us to chow, and here we go. Until you're there for a while, you're wearing this big old yellow sweatshirt with a big Marine Corps emblem in the front, and green cap that don't fit, it's down over your eyes, green trousers. Oh yeah, and we also issued us white tennis shoes. We had white tennis shoes to wear. So you look like a canary, and they would call you canaries. Here comes the canaries. I still like white tennis shoes. I still like them. But it was a while before we actually wore our boots. But anyway, we had boots. But we got to chow. We had to be last because it was canaries. The only thing left was cold oatmeal. You ever eat cold oatmeal? The lunch, the dinner, I guess, was okay, and then, but you can't enjoy a meal. You got 3 or 4 minutes to eat, and drill instructor up and down, walking up and down top of the tables and stuff. It's hard to eat with somebody walking up and down by your plate, because calling your names. We made it. There was no buddy plan. Bottom line, there was no buddy plan. In the 4 months, boot camp and infantry training and everything, Roy got orders for North Carolina. Me and 5 other guys were picked out for a school they wanted to send us to that were at another base. We had to have a top secret clearance, so they had to do all that. And we went to another school before we got our actual orders. So, to be trained in different things that they want us to know. Nobody planned. 2 years later, I get orders for North Carolina. Roy gets orders for California. That's my story. The buddy plan. I love you guys. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my people. My people. And Ivan over here, donkey. I love you guys.